Good morning, church. It's Andy and Vorny here, and it's lovely to be able to share with you this morning. At the moment, the pandemic is such a challenging time for us all, and in those challenges, it can be really hard to see God's working in them. And we just wanted to spend some time this morning sharing with you some challenges that we've had in our life together, where we felt very distant from God, and we had to really draw close to Him in those difficult times. Some of you will know both Ella and Dylan were born premature. Ella was only £1.5 and born 10.5 weeks prem, and Dylan was only £3.4 and born 8 weeks premature. There's such a joy in pregnancy, such a joy in knowing that you're going to have children and you're going to build that family, that when things start to take that away from you, it can come out of nowhere. One minute we were going shopping to buy appliances for our new house, and the next minute we're in hospital. 48 hours later, Ella's in an incubator, and I can cover her up with both my hands, and I can see partly through her skin, and I'm not allowed to touch her. And that's not in any way what you are believing to happen.
So the reason why Ella was born premature is because I developed something called preeclampsia, and they, when they found out that it was, kind of getting quite serious, they said to me, okay, tomorrow we're going to give you a cesarean so that your daughter can be born because she's not growing inside of you. And they actually said to me that my womb was a hostile environment for her. So that night, Andrew was at home and I was in the hospital room by myself. I felt very alone. I felt very afraid. And I did the only thing that I knew that I could do in that time. And that was I cried out to God in prayer. And I really felt like God led me to the Bible verse, Job 39, verse 1, which says, "Do you know when the mountain goats give birth?" And I thought, how humbling. No, I don't. I don't know anything. But the God who made the heavens and the earth does know. He does know everything. And he does know when my daughter is going to be born. And he does know that she is going to be okay. And she really, really was okay. And then when, obviously, Ella she was in hospital for 8 weeks. And then a while after that, we decided to try for a second. And it took 2 years for us to fall pregnant, and we were referred to fertility at QA. And the week before our appointment, we found out that I was pregnant with Dylan, and that was such a blessing. And I was so convinced it wouldn't happen again. I thought, oh, God wouldn't do that to me twice, would he? How unfair. And yet it did. It did happen twice, and I developed preeclampsia with HELLP syndrome. And that led to my health deteriorating quite significantly. And I just really felt like God say to me, "The sun shall not harm you by day, nor the moon by night." That's from Psalm 121, verse 6. And although my health was being harmed, my son's health was absolutely fine. And he was born at 32 weeks, weighing £3.4. And he came home 3.5 weeks later. And, thankfully, there's nothing wrong with either of our children, and I'm so grateful to God that he was there. But after Dylan was born, I felt very low. I had postnatal depression. I had PTSD from these traumatic experiences. I'm still to this day afraid to be pregnant again. And I felt very distant from God. I put up a wall against him, and I was just so angry with him that he would do that to me twice. But one day, when I was feeling alone, I felt like I just prayed, and I felt like God lead me to 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 3 to 6, which says that God is our comfort, and he comforts us so that we can comfort others. And I felt that really give me some strength. I thought, yes, do you know what? He has provided me with great comfort, and he has provided me with great joy in my children and my family. And I need to use this what he's given me to go and bless others and help others. So I just really want to encourage you right now. If you are struggling in any way, if you are finding anything difficult, then please reach out to God. Do the only thing that you know that you can do, and that's call on God, because he will be there for you and he will comfort you.
Yeah, it was a very difficult situation. It's really easy to want to get away from God, to throw out blame, and to put that hurt and anger in the wrong direction. And the truth is, we still do not know God's plan for this. We still don't know why the situation happened and why we had to go through it. But what we do know is that he's blessed us with two wonderful children. And what we do know is that he's blessed us with a church that supported us throughout this in prayer and in action, moving house for us while we were at hospital. And we do know that as we draw closer to God, that our relationship together as a family grows too. And it's at times like this and times like the pandemic and times when we go through things where we just can't understand them from an earthly sense, that we have to go beyond that and we just learn to trust God.
I love you. Bye.